This is Rob. I'm back at one of my favorite places in the world, Admiral's Cove in Jupiter, Florida, on one of my favorite boats in the world, Regal's LX36. This is a big, bad 36-foot Bowrider with a surprise. I'm going to walk you through it and follow up with any specific questions. So I'm going to start from the transom. Back here, I'm just going to take my shoes off because I'm on the decking here. We've got the Yamaha V8 425 motors. This is with a joystick, digital throttles, the whole 9 yards. One of the things I want to point out is the size of this swim platform. They make this boat, Regal does, in a inboard version also called the LS. You'll see why this makes so much more sense for us here in South Florida. But even as an outboard, if you look at the swim platform, it's huge and usable. And it almost takes away one of the main arguments people have why they don't want outboards. Outboards, 2.5 feet of draft, be right in the center of the sandbar. In the Bahamas, you don't have to worry about the coral. God forbid something goes wrong, terribly wrong with the motor, easy to replace. Plus the storage, which we'll get into. But coming back aboard, you see here, we've come in on the dive door, which is a great feature, dive door, tuna door. You can fish on this boat. Why not? Fish is stupid. They don't know whether you're on a sport fisherman or a kayak. Great seating back here. We have the ability to flip this backwards to give this huge sun pad. I don't know, it depends whether you've got fat American friends or skinny Italian friends, how many people you can fit back there. This is a yacht-certified boat, so as many people as you can put their butts in a seat and have a life jacket for, you are legal to have on the boat. So huge seating everywhere here. Storage in the deck, we'll get through to that later. Under the seats, a banging stereo system. Let me just put this awning out. Now this is what we call a make fast as opposed to a shore shade. The difference is these poles here, the fact that they work on elbows and they are thick and beefy means I can run this boat 25, 30 miles an hour with this deployed. If you do that with the shore shade, that's the thin poles that go straight out, you need to leave yourself enough time to turn around and pick up the mangled carcass of a shade, which is going to be in the water. So, awesome feature. I'm not going to take it out all the way, but you get the idea. And wait, how fun is that? Serves no purpose other than to make this boat even more special at night. Absolutely love it. Okay, and not that I'm a fan of TVs on boats, but some people are. And if you're gonna have a TV, just look at this. I mean, got the game on, you can put on satellite TV here, but you know, most people just throw their signal with their Bluetooth from whatever app they're using. If you know Regal, you know how seriously they take their garbage cans. So while we don't have one here, that is where a big garbage can goes. And how many of us have been on million-dollar boats and had to tie your garbage bag onto a pole? Silly stuff, but makes a difference. Sink, cutting board, and then an awesome grill, Yeti cooler, slides out, and a refrigerator. Everything the day boater needs. Pop that down. I've got some more of these lights around. Over here, armrest, we've got drawers, storage. Now let's take a look at the helm station because this is just awesome here. So, seating for 2 or 3. Big 16-inch Garmin screens here. Every bit of information you could ever want available. Air conditioning that blows up on here, and I can accelerate the AC with a fan there. So AC here and over here. This has autopilot. I've got my trim tabs with indicators. This does have an automatic trim control. These are Bennett. and you can set this to either do it manually or automatically. Digital throttles here, Yamaha joystick with set point, which is Yamaha's version of Skyhook. Bow thruster, VHF radio. I've got my sunroof open. I've got side windows. So with these open, that open, this open, I've got an incredibly open boat. But everything closes shut tight, and you have a huge amount of climate control. There is isinglass for the rear of the boat, so you can close it off entirely. I love the various seating and operating options here. This is one of my favorite ways to operate the boat, like this, using the leaning post. Really cool. Coming over here, we have our other helm seat. This is where you can sit, enjoy, hang out with the people that are operating the boat. You have your own screen, kind of a unique feature here. This can have anything on it, including television, but you can have, you could be running the stereo from here, let's say. You could be looking at the instruments, you could be watching a video, you could, again, anything that goes on the main screens can go here completely independently. Main head unit for the stereo, and then the really spacious head. We just take a look down there. Electric toilet like all Regal boats. We've got a beautiful stone vessel sink, the electronic controls, circuit breakers down there, storage, just a human-sized space. I'm actually going to go down there just to show you. So, yeah, not where you want to spend a lot of time, but if you need to be, you can be. Huge amount of storage there. I mean, just storage everywhere. We have another space here. I mean, here's a wireless charging stand. It's just I sometimes lose sight of all the amazing features. So as I said, she is a bow rider, a big bow rider, but a bow rider. And here she is. This is a fill-in cushion here that can be stowed away and just have seating like that. We can do a table here. This one does not have that, but that's an easy add-on and really, really comfortable seating. This is a 2022. Obviously lift kept, obviously kept covered at all times. And if you look at the upholstery, this is not that different than when she rolled out of the Regal factory in Orlando a few years ago. So there's that, and yet there's more. So here is the little secret. So we're going to go downstairs. This can be any number of things. Now this was set up for this customer as storage, but climate controlled storage. So I have air conditioning down here. These are all storage racks here and here, but a mattress here is something that is often done. Now right now I've got covers down here, but you have space for a really nice size mattress. This is, as I said, fully climate controlled. This is the air conditioning that blows up onto the helm station, and yeah, it's really cool and a space that kind of do what you want with it. But what I would want with it is a place to get out of the elements. So that is Regal's LX36. Again, 2022, my listing, I sold her new. I know the owners well. I am very disappointed that they only got 57 hours on her. But, you know, when you have lots of toys and lots of activities in your life, it's hard to find time for all of them, which is why we are now looking for a new, fresh home for her. So thanks for watching and have a great day.